You guys are super lucky because today I have an adorable little assistant.
Hi, I'm Sierra. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make these personalized, I don't know how to say personalized, elves.
Personalized elves.
Personalized elves.
Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make another one of my top selling Cricut projects. These elves are actually from the Dollar Tree. And people go nuts for them because a normal elf on the shelf is like $15 to $20 a piece. You can buy these elves for only $1 and then flip them for $5 a piece and still make a great profit. The thing about these though is stores sell out so fast. So when you do see them in the store, you have to scoop them all up, which is why I have so many. This month I'm going to be sharing a ton of Christmas Cricut projects that sold really good with my business. And these elves are definitely on the top of my list. I always had the best luck selling them on Facebook Marketplace or in Facebook groups. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel talking all about where I sold my Cricut projects with my business. I'll leave a card right now if you're interested in checking out that video. When you see them in the dollar store, they usually come on these little white strips and they hang them by the end caps. Most people, when you buy them, you would just take it off the little clip and then buy whatever one you need. But since I buy so many of them, I like to keep the little chains they come on because it makes selling them at craft fairs really easy. There's two different types of these. They come as a boy or a girl. The girls have these little skirts and the boys have little pants. When I first started selling these with my Cricut business, I would only get like 10 at a time and then try to go back and get more. But what I found is that they sell out really quick. I ended up having to drive all around the state to all the different Dollar Trees in my area, trying to stock up on these so that I would have enough to fulfill the orders. A lot of people have a big family and would buy 4 or 5 at a time. I even had someone with 9 kids who bought an order of 9. So 9 elves times $5 a piece, that's $45. Something that's really important to understand when you're running your own Cricut business is that you have to spend money to make money. So I had to go out and probably spend $100 up front to buy all of these elves for the whole season. But it's pretty easy to make your money back when you're selling them for 5 times what you paid for. If I was selling them this year, I would probably sell them for $6 since the cost of everything has gone up, and $6 for a personalized elf is still dirt cheap. If you don't sell them this year, you can always sell them next year. These are also really easy to sell at craft fairs if you want to personalize on the spot. You can bring your own Cricut machine, you can bring an iron or an EasyPress Mini, and you can sell these right from your booth. Make sure you watch the end of this video if you want to see what kind of mischief that our elves have been getting into. Sierra also explains the special steps that you need to do in order to give your elf Santa's magic. Santa's magic is what brings your elf to life and causes it to do all kinds of silly things. So let's talk about materials that you need for this project.
You need a Cricut.
A Cricut machine, that's right. And since the design for these projects is super small, you can use any Cricut machine to make this. So if you have the Cricut Joy, that works great. If you have the Explorer 2, the Maker 3, any of those machines work for this project. The next thing that you'll need is some heat transfer vinyl. I use Sizer Easy Weed heat transfer vinyl. I get it right on Amazon. And you'll also need a way to heat press it onto the elf.
Yes.
So you could use an EasyPress Mini, an EasyPress, an iron. I've used all of them before. I think the EasyPress Mini works great for this little project.
It heats up very fast.
It does heat up very fast. This is what the EasyPress Mini looks like. And anytime you use a heat transfer vinyl, you also want to have a piece of Teflon sheet. Now let's move over to Cricut Design Space so we can get designing our elves. Actually, first we're going to start off at dafont.com so I can show you how to download this free font. Just click download, double click in the lower left-hand corner, select the font, and then install it. This is the font that I had always used when making my elves in the past. However, Creative Fabrica has a ton of really nice Christmas fonts, so I think I might try out a new font today and see how it compares. Once you're in Creative Fabrica, if you click Fonts and then Display Fonts, it shows you a lot of really nice fonts that you can display. I really love this font called Holidays Christmas. I've used it on a few projects before and it comes out really nice. If you're interested in trying out Creative Fabrica for free, I have a link down below in my video description. You can sign up for free and download your first 10 items. After the 10th download or after 1 month, the subscription renews at $9. This is almost a 70% off discount than the normal $29. You can cancel at any time, no questions asked. Just click the big green download button. Double click. Open the font. Okay. Install. Then close out of all these tabs and go over to Design Space. Click Text and then type in the name of your elf. Sierra wants hers to be named Snowy. Click System and then type in the font we just downloaded. Let's do DK Jambo first. The font isn't showing up because I didn't refresh my page yet. So I'm going to save my project and then click View Reload. That will refresh the page and make it so that we can find the fonts that we just downloaded. So click System, and now you can type in Jambo or DK Jambo, and there it is. Now let's see the Creative Fabrica font and see which one looks better. Click Font, type in Holiday, and then select. Which font do you guys like better? Let me know in the comments below. I asked Sierra which font she wanted to use, and she told me the font on the bottom. So I'm going to delete the DK Jambo font. Next I need to add elf number 2's name. This elf is going to be named Buddy. Step 2, measure project and resize in Design Space. Using a ruler, I'm going to measure the names on the elves that I already made because I know it's the perfect size. Barrett's name measures 2 1/4 inches and Sierra's is about the same, maybe 2 inches. So keep it somewhere between 2 inches and 2 1/4 inches. Next, we need to measure the hat. Keep the name that you put on the hat under 2 inches long by 1.5 inches high. Let's go back to Cricut Design Space and shrink our names down so that they're under 2 1/4 inches wide. You can drag and drop over both names and change the color to white. Next, I'm going to type in some text to go on the top of the hat. This year, I'm going to write Santa's helper. Click on the line space button near the top of the page, and then push the down arrow a whole bunch of times until it moves the word helpers and the word Santa's closer together. Then click alignment and center it. I'm actually going to delete the S. I want it to say Santa's helper, not Santa's helpers. And then shrink it down so it's under 2 inches wide. Next, I'm going to duplicate it because I have 2 elves that I'm making today. Highlight and change the color to white. For step 3, we're going to cut our vinyl. Grab your handy little Cricut trimmer and cut off a strip of vinyl. Then stick it shiny side down in the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Step 4, cut on Cricut. Click Make It. Make sure you select the mirror image button because we're working with a heat transfer vinyl. Then click Continue. Select Everyday Iron On as your material, load it into your mat, and begin cutting. Step 5, weed your project. Step 6, heat press. So what you do is you put the vinyl down first, then the Teflon sheet, and then you heat press it on. I'm using the EasyPress Mini. I usually heat it on the second setting. It turns green when it's ready to use. Stick the vinyl to your elf, and then cover it with a piece of Teflon sheet. I press down for about 20 seconds. I like to let this heat transfer vinyl cool down a little bit before peeling it, so once this is done, I'm going to move this elf to the side and then heat the second elf. Now it's Buddy's turn. Sometimes the fabric around their neck gets folded, so this is a good chance to use your heat press and try to fold it down flat so it looks better. Cover it with a Teflon sheet and then press for 15 to 20 seconds. Now we can peel off the cover sheet from the first elf. And peel off Buddy's sheet next. The vinyl is sticking great to these little stuffed animals. Now let's do their hats.
They're so cute. Mine is named Snowy, and my brother's name is named Buddy.
What do we have to do to make them come to life?
Sugar!
Put them on the plate.
But we need both plates.
They can share a plate. All right, let's bring our elves to life.
Grab some sugar. Sprinkle it on. And they'll be good in the morning.
You can see what kind of trouble they get into tonight.